Hi, everybody. I'm Peggy Rometo, and this is the Weekly Wake Up. Okay, so let's get in the practice as we know it to be. We come into the heart, bring all of our attention there. We exhale, and then 3 long breaths down, anchoring us with our imagination down into the center of the earth, and then inhaling that breath all the way back up our body, up to the crown of the head. Hold it for a count of 3, and then exhale, gently letting go, rolling, allowing the energy to drop and to flow through us, and then back down to the center of the earth. And we do that 3 times, and then we open to the information. Okay, so let's play along and see what's there. Okay, so right away I'm opening up to, it's a playful energy, it's self-discovery. So you may discover something about yourself. Now, sometimes when we see things about ourselves, we don't always like it, we're not always happy. But this can also be a positive thing, like you're noticing that you're following through with something or that you're getting things done. There's a clear path here for you to be able to focus, put your intention in, and the universe is right there creating synchronicity. Allowing the right people to show up with you, allowing yourself the time to be able to get things done. And it's a very light energy. It's a lighthearted energy, and I see it really focused and detailed. At the same time, there's this really playful energy where it reminds me of the time in your life when you have time for everything. You have time for friends, you have time for work, you have time for self-care, you have time for self-discovery. So it's it's a nice week where it's open to be able to get things done and to manifest things, which would actually make sense to me because they're showing me at the end of the month, or the end of the week here, a full moon, and a full moon is when everything comes together, right? So those missing pieces kind of finally show up, or you put final touches on things, or it may be ending just one chapter and you're ready to start the next chapter the following week. So but there's a sense of gratitude when in completion, when you get that done, right? When you're working on a project and you put the final touches on it, or even if it's just a segment within that. So it could be anything from you're hiring someone to decorate your home and you get the ideas down of what you want to do, right? So it can just be the beginning of something, but there's an ending with that aspect. So this is a week when you can get a lot done, and there's a lot of support for the universe to bring in the right people with you. Okay, so let's see what else there may be in store for us this week. So this is also a time when you don't want to rush, right? Like, it's so funny when we're so excited and we can see like we're making headway that we just really want to put all the effort in it and to go really fast. Resist the temptation to kind of run. This is a time when you can actually see the details and get to the details. So you don't want to rush because there are details coming up that need to be handled. So just notice that whether you have resistance to that or not, some people like the details and get lost to them, other people resist them. But just know that there's plenty of details and you'll have the time this week to get those details done too. Just don't rush through it in order to get the satisfaction of like, I got it done, right? Because you can still make sloppiness and errors, and then things can get missed when details can get missed when you're going fast. So just methodical is the approach you're being asked to make. Okay, let's see if there's anything else in store for us this week that we need to be aware of. There may be some fun and travel, and it may be, it also feels like a lighthearted week for some people. Now, of course, there's also, you Super Bowl fans, there's the big game. And so some of you may be feeling the effects of that, especially if you're somebody who bet and lost, your favorite team didn't make it. Some of you may be feeling, some sadness or upset around that. But the good news is there is a lot of levity. There's a lot of recuperation or recovery energy here. So whatever it is, if you were on the losing side, you'll be able to find a way to not have it ruin the entire week, because there's a plenty of energy here of support and of fun to move you through anything that was maybe not so fun that you just experienced or went over. All right, so there's also some travel involved. It feels enjoyable. It doesn't feel hard work. It feels, again, it feels like that combination of work, play, life balance. So it feels like it's all there. So some of you may be having some travel and work related things going on. So funny. I'm smelling cigarette smoke. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, a lot of people smoke for leisure. So I'm not one of them, but there is a relaxing quality of not having to push, but at the same time, there is movement, right? So it's just this really fluid energy that you're being asked to do. And also, there's opportunity here to give up bad habits. And I think that's where the cigarette smoke came in. So some of you may be quitting smoking or have recently quit smoking because I see health taking priority this week. Some of you may be, changing the way that you're eating or taking a more conscious effort in doing things a certain way. So there's just movement in the area of health, positive movement in the area of health for you. Let's see if there's any surprises for us this week that we need to be on the lookout for. Yeah, just some patience with things that don't get done in a timely manner, or that you've assigned something to somebody else and they're not following through. Things that are out of your control where you're wanting to move faster and then just people don't have the time or the energy or the ability to follow through with the things that maybe you're either delegating them or hiring them for or asking for. So also being clear in your communication in terms of writing or talking or speaking. Some of you may have contracts that are coming up that you want to sign and get done, and there may be just a little bit of wanting to iron those things out and you're wanting to hurry up. But just make, this is again the thing where you're being asked not to rush and to make sure that your attorney's handling the details, right? Or if you're buying a house, that the realtor is signing, and has everything down correctly. Or if you're the one who's writing up the contracts, you can feel the pressure of the person wanting to get it done, but you want to make sure that everything is as they've requested. So resist the temptation to let other people push your energy into doing something that doesn't feel good to you. So just notice that balance of your ability to get the job done without the external pressure of other people saying, hurry up, I want it yesterday, that kind of energy. And I think you'll be able to just kind of let that energy go through you, be able to stand up for yourself, be very clear with your communication. Even if it's, I don't know, you'll be the first to know when I know kind of energy. But you're just being asked not to be pushed and to kind of be in the flow without that rushing energy when somebody else wants more from you than you're capable of giving and turning out a good job. So just know that there's a little bit of that energy coming in because there's an excitement, there's an enthusiasm for what you're doing and what you're offering. And so I feel this energy kind of pushing on you to go better, faster, better, different. And you're just being asked to resist the temptation because then that's where problems happen and errors kind of make mistakes happen, things like that. There's also a spring-like quality coming in this energy. So there's a lightness, there's a renewal, there's fun, there's an ease. And so almost like coming out of January, a little bit tight, there just feels more freedom around this energy, more synergy in terms of synchronistic events, which I mentioned, and just an ease of, this is a time when you can really project, oh, this is what I want to get done, and make a list of 4, 5, 6, 7 things of what you would like to intend to have happen. I'm going to do these 2, and I'm going to sign the universe these 5, and we'll see what happens, right? Have you ever played that game where you make the list, and this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm assigning to the universe, and then you do your list. Whatever you do, make sure you do everything that you say you're going to do on that side of the list in a way that allows the universe then to handle the other things for you. It's a fun way to play, to be in partnership with the universe and to be able to keep your side of the bargain and making sure that you're getting the things done you said you would. And then it's always fun to pull your head up and see what the universe has done for you in relationship to the things that you've asked, right? And as you get your things done, you can take 1 or 2 back over that the universe maybe hasn't completed or that is needing more of your attention. So it's a great way to get more done and to partner with the universe. And this is a really clear week for some of that. So enjoy that process, have fun with it, and remember, feel the feelings along the way, listen to your instincts, listen to your intuition, slow down and pause. have that clear mind so the energy can come to you. It kind of can bubble up inside of you, whether it's a word, a thought, a memory that kind of tricks you and goes, oh, okay, yeah, I remember that, and that worked out like this, so it's letting me know that maybe this is going to work out that way too, right? So it's those moments, those flashes in your mind that are the intuitive flashes, as opposed to you thinking and composing it, right? That's you, the ego, as opposed to something just kind of flashing in your mind, which means you weren't thinking about it, it just showed up. So just a little intuitive trick there as to know the difference between when it's you and when it's not you. All right, you guys have an amazing week. Thank you so much for viewing and liking and sharing my weekly wake up and commenting below. Have a fun week. It feels like it's one of these easy weeks where you can get a lot done. There's a lot of cooperation and a lot of fun to be had as well. All right, guys, I'll see you again next week.